Screencast-O-Matic testing. This is a test of Screencast-O-Matic. Screencast-O-Matic. Hi Holly, the first thing you want to do with your timeline is build in a formula to calculate the days remaining. To do this, make sure that the cell is highlighted right under days remaining and corresponding to timeline assignment. It should be G13. On your keyboard, type the equal sign. And since days remaining is calculated with the difference between the duration and the days completed, click on and highlight the duration in days. Type a minus sign on your keyboard and then highlight the days completed cell. Press enter on your keyboard, and as you can see, Excel has automatically calculated the days remaining for you. In other words, 7 minus 1 equals 6. To copy this formula to the remaining assignments, on the lower right-hand corner of the cell, after the solid X is viewed, press and hold down the left mouse button and drag it all the way down through your Tutorial Web 2.0 assignment. And as you can see, Excel has copied the formula to these cells as well. Then to start your chart, go to Insert, and you're going to choose a bar chart, but the type of bar chart that you're going to choose is a stacked bar. So make sure you are choosing the stacked bar. Once you do that, we're going to just pick up and drag the chart over to the right so we can expose the data that you have began to populate. And the next thing we're going to do is left click on the chart, select data, add, and the series name is going to be start date. Then for the series value, you're going to click this box and you're going to highlight all of the start dates that you have entered. On your keyboard, press enter. A dialog box opens and you're going to say OK to that. The next thing you're going to add is days remaining. So type in a series name, days remaining. For the series value, click right there and highlight all of the days remaining. Enter on your keyboard and say OK. Then you're going to add days completed. Highlight the series value by clicking here and select all the days completed. Enter on your keyboard and say OK. Now what we notice to the right of your chart is that the assignments are starting with assignment 10 and it should start with assignment 1. So we want to fix that. And also, you have labeled your assignments, so we want to make sure that these labels are carried onto your chart. So for that, we're going to edit the horizontal axis. So click Edit, and we're going to define a label range. So we are going to click this box here and then highlight all of the tasks. Press enter on your keyboard. Okay, so everything is looking good there. We're going to say OK to that. And you notice that they're still in reverse order. So you can right-click the mouse on the first one that says Tutorial. And here we are going to have the option to format the axis. And under that menu, we can click Categories in Reverse Order. And that will change the order. So since we've done that, we can close out this box. Then we notice that the date starts with October 7th, and we actually want the date to start around January. So to adjust the dates, you are going to take your mouse and hover over the first date. Right-click to bring up a menu, and for this you're going to say Format Axis. And your dialog box comes up with minimum and maximum bounds. So we're going to change the minimum, and we're going to say January 10th, 2017. So 1/10/17. And maximum, let's let it stretch out a little bit to the first part of May so that you can see your data clearly. So we're going to say May 1st, 2017. And then click away from that so it adjusts itself. We can close out this dialog box now. And so that you can see your information a little better, you can stretch it out here, and then you can see that your chart starts at the 10th and it ends, you know, just beyond the 20th. Another thing to notice about the chart is we have red, green, and blue indicators here, but somebody reading this data would not know what that means. So we can click this plus sign that's here and click the box that says Legend, and that will give the legend to correspond to these colors and tell us what the meaning of those colors are. If you would like, you could also include a chart title. Okay, the last thing that we want to do is the start date here is really kind of deceiving, because what it looks like is that everything is starting on January 10th, and we don't want that. Instead, we want the red indicator to show approximately when each assignment is starting. So if you left click onto the blue bars, you'll see that they're all highlighted. And what we're going to do then is right click our mouse, and we're going to give it a no fill. So now all that's showing is the red and the green. So we also have to take away the start date because nothing is being shown for the start date. So if we double click on start date, only the start date is highlighted with the 4 blue dots, and then we can press delete on your keyboard. Okay, it's looking in really good shape now. It meets all the criteria of the assignment at this point. And as you can see, let's say that after this comes back to you and you complete your timeline assignment, you want to update your data here, days completed. Since you gave it a duration of 7, we're going to say it's complete and type in 7 there. And when you do that, you can see that your chart now indicates that your timeline assignment is 100% complete. Throughout the semester, I would like you to update the days completed, and there will be opportunities for you to submit the timeline periodically so I can see how you are updating it. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. Let me know if you have further questions.